welcome back to Amanda's Bookish Adventures. I am still sick. I wish I pre-filmed this earlier, but that is okay. It is my March TBR. Now, there are not a lot of books on the stack, and I will explain why. I am doing separate readathons, right? And it was just a lot easier to film TBRs separately for those vlogs, for those readathons, so you'll see more TBRs throughout the month. I am doing Spring into Readathon, Gear Up, sorry, on my brain, Aurelium Gear Up, and those have separate TBRs. I am gonna do the final support group during the Aurelium Readathon. I'm just gonna count one of the books that I am reading for Aurelium for that readathon. And I do believe Sid from Sid's Bookworm is also doing a readathon during Spring into Readathons that week when Spring into Readathon. I'm just gonna use whatever book I have for whatever prompts I count. I'm not gonna add any extra books through the month because TBR are long. Sorry. So I have 5 books I would at least like to get besides the books for the other TBRs. So I have It Ends With Us, and I'm really excited to have it. This is one I will be reading the first week of, well, not the first week, full week of March, but the first couple of days of March, because it has to go back on March 15th to the library. I can't extend it, but Lily has always had it easy, but that's never stopped her from working hard for the life she wants. She's come a long way from the small town in Maine where she grew up. She's graduated from college, moved to Boston, started her own business. So when she feels sparks with a gorgeous neurosurgeon named Riley Kincaid, everything in Lily's life suddenly seems almost too good to be true. Riley is assertive, stubborn, maybe even arrogant. He's also sensitive, brilliant, and has a total soft spot for Lily. But Ryle's complete aversion to relationships is stirring. Questions about her new relationship overwhelms her. So do the thoughts of Atlas, Corrigan, her first love, and a link to the past she left behind. He was a kindred spirit, her protector. When Atlas suddenly reappears, everything Lily has built with Riley is threatened. With a bold and deep personal novel, okay. That's another part of the story. So, I am excited to read this. I don't know who she's gonna end up with. I have not been spoiled for any of this, but I do know there is a prequel novel to this. So, I do want to read this because regardless, I think you have to read this before you read the prequel novel. I'm gonna read this regardless. I do love this cover. It is really cute. Now, for middle grade monthly, a vlog I will be doing for the end of March is the middle grade monthly, and the book club's pick is Brightstorm. I do have the sequel in that here too, so I'm going to be reading them back to back, and the sequel will be in the middle grade monthly. So it says, remember what Dad said? Don't call it a dream, call it a plan. There's always a way. Maud, there has to be. Arthur and Maudie Brightstorm are devastated to learn their famous father explorer has died in a failure attempt to reach the South Pole, the southernmost point in the world. To make things worse, Lowtown Geographic Society finds Ernest Bridgerton guilty of sabotaging the expedition of his communicator, Edro Vane, a respected and powerful member of the society. But a mysterious clue leads the twins to question the story they have been told. I don't want to read further than that. I don't want to be spoiled. So I am planning to read for the middle grade monthly vlog the first one and the second one. I am really intrigued with these covers, and I'm glad I'm reading them back to back because the final one comes out this year. So I just figured I would read both of them together, and it would just be a separate vlog for the end of the month. Now, I have 2 queer books, and I'm really excited for them. I'm going to try to have at least every month 1 to 2 queer books on here. I have a new release, Icebreakers. It came out early February. And then I have the Mythic Coda Rose. Alright, so I'll read you. We got cut off. So I had to cut off because of what happened. Alright. All Coda Rose knows about her father, she learned from other people. Moving to New York City with her mom won't change that, even if New York was Mark Grady's city, where he became famous, where he wrote his music, and also where he died. Coda has more important things on her mind, like how she's in love with her best friend Lindsay, and doesn't have the courage to tell her. I am not going to read further. So I'm actually really excited. I love the illustrated cover. It goes, I love the illustrated cover. Sorry, I got cut off. It shows the branch, but the illustrated cover goes all the way to the back. Now, I know this is a sports romance, and it's a hockey romance as well. So it says, 17-year-old Mikey James III is a college freshman, brother to 5 sisters, and a hockey legacy with father and a grandfather who have gone in NHL history. Mikey is almost guaranteed the league's top draft spot. The only person standing in his way is Jason Caulfield, a contender for the #1 spot. And Mikey's infuriatingly attractive teammate. So I do know they're rivals, so it's kind of like enemies to lovers. So I'm really excited for these 2 books. Now, if you've read any of these books, I'd love to hear your thoughts, but that are at least the top 5 outside of the other TBRs that I think I can get done. On total, I don't know how many books I am going to read this month. I haven't done a count of the books, so I have 2 for G's readathon, and I'm using one for the final support group, so that's just still 2. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the other. I don't know. So it is going to be a lot of reading. So outside the other readathons, these are what I'm going to be reading. If I could fill these in, and I think I could read these really quickly. I do have other library books, but they weren't priorities. These are manageable compared to the other TBRs. So, sorry. I might be able to film secret projects for April in this March month, but I don't know. So there might be times where I say in my vlogs, hey, I'm filming another vlog with a different book. You'll probably hear about them in my wrap-ups, where I'll just tell you what it's kind of about, my rating. I won't go into full detail what the books are, but that will probably most likely be it if I have time, which I don't know with babysitting and everything else. I have no idea what my schedule's like. I know the first week in March, I will be babysitting. But other than that, I don't know the dates for the rest. So I do think I could logistically get a lot of them done. I don't know. But these are the 5 that I'm kind of prioritizing for the main TBR outside of the readathons. But a disclaimer, I do have books that I own for the other readathons, so it's not all library. I do need to get better at not checking out about a bunch of library books so I can read my own books. Because I've had consistently at least 80 books on my TBR each year that don't go down because I just read a bunch of library books. So for the rest of the year, I'm going to try to get a bunch of my books on these TBRs. So yeah, but I do have books I own that are on the other TBRs. All right, I will let you go, and you will see me in the other videos, hopefully a lot healthier than I have been. The other TBRs I filmed really early, so I will be healthier in those. I'm currently filming a retelling project for the end of the month, and I am somewhat healthy in that, but I haven't finished the final book, so I will still have a cold in that one. But we will see how March goes. I would love to hear what is on your March TBR, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.